The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. An unexamined life is not worth living. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. To find yourself, think for yourself. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Let him who would move the world first move himself. The secret of change is to focus all your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Be as you wish to seem. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. Understand that you know very little of life. That is the beginning of true wisdom. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. To know is to know that you know nothing. That is the meaning of true knowledge. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is transitory, the other perpetual. Those who are hardest to love need it the most. He is rich who is content with the least. We cannot live better than in seeking to become better. Sometimes you put walls up not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. The easiest and noblest way is not to be crushing others, but to be improving ourselves. I am not an Athenian nor a Greek, but a citizen of the world. Sometimes you have to lose your mind to come to your senses. The hottest love has the coldest end. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when thou art in, continue firm and constant. The value of a man is measured in the number of those who stand beside him, not those who follow. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. Doing good to others is not a duty, it is a joy, for it increases your own happiness and health. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. Think not those faithful who praise all thy words and actions, but those who kindly reprove thy faults. A multitude of books distracts the mind. Only the extremely ignorant or the extremely intelligent can resist change. If you don't get what you want, you suffer. If you get what you don't want, you suffer. The easiest and most noble way to win is to improve yourself. He who would change the world should first move himself. Remember that there is nothing stable in human affairs, therefore avoid undue elation in prosperity or undue depression in adversity. Contentment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. You live as if destined to live forever. No thought of your frailty ever enters your head. Be nicer than necessary to everyone you meet. Everyone is fighting some kind of battle. Not life, but good life is to be chiefly valued. We gain our good by ourselves or not at all. No man is capable of causing great evil without also having great capacity for good. Our prayers should be for blessings in general, for God knows best what is good for us. We should eat to live, not live to eat. So know thyself, for once we know ourselves, we may learn how to care for ourselves. If you don't get what you want, you suffer. If you get what you don't want, you suffer. The easiest and most noble way to win is to improve yourself. He who would change the world should first move himself. Remember that there is nothing stable in human affairs, therefore avoid undue elation in prosperity or undue depression in adversity. Contentment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. You live as if destined to live forever. No thought of your frailty ever enters your head. Be nicer than necessary to everyone you meet. Everyone is fighting some kind of battle. Not life, but good life is to be chiefly valued. We gain our good by ourselves or not at all. No man is capable of causing great evil without also having great capacity for good. Our prayers should be for blessings in general, for God knows best what is good for us. We should eat to live, not live to eat. So know thyself, for once we know ourselves, we may learn how to care for ourselves. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. He who follows the crowd is usually carried away by it. Life contains but two tragedies. One is not to get your heart's desire, the other is to get it. A system of morality based on relative emotional values is a mere illusion. I know nothing except the fact of my ignorance. I am wiser than this man. Neither of us probably knows anything worthwhile, but he thinks he knows something when he does not. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. Living well and beautifully and justly are all one thing. From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate. To be is to do. Nothing is to be preferred before justice. A life without investigation is not worth living for a human being. The greatest blessing granted to mankind comes by way of madness, which is a divine gift. Do not do to others what angers you if done to you by others. The misuse of language induces evil in the soul. The nearest way to glory is to strive to be what you wish to be thought to be. Wisdom begins in wonder. To be busy with many things is to be busy with nothing. A good man is not harmed either in life or after death. Virtue does not come from money, but money comes from virtue. One thing only I know, and that is that I know nothing. I would rather suffer wrong than do wrong. Be of good cheer about death, and know that no evil can happen to a good man either in life or after death. No man is qualified to rule who has not first mastered himself. Silence is a profound wisdom for those who are not wise enough to speak. To be curious about the world is the first step to intelligence. It is not living that matters, but living rightly. There is no possession more valuable than a good and faithful friend. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. The greatest victory is to conquer yourself. The soul is cured by knowledge. Sometimes you must remain silent to be thought wise, rather than speak and remove all doubt. The easiest and most certain way to live with honor is to be what we pretend to be. Wisdom comes from questioning, not from answering. He who seeks truth must be prepared to accept it when he finds it. Better to be poor and honest than rich and unjust. The secret of happiness is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Worthless people live only to eat and drink. People of worth eat and drink only to live. Do not fear death, only the unlived life. If a man is proud of his wealth, he should not be praised until it is known how he employs it. A wise man speaks because he has something to say, a fool because he has to say something. Let us examine the matter again, for the truth is never afraid of scrutiny. A man who knows what is good will do good. The soul is illuminated by reason. To wrong another is to wound one's own soul. The truly free individual is free only insofar as they are master of themselves. Fear not the path of truth for the lack of people walking on it. No man goes willingly to injustice. An honest man is always a child. Wealth does not bring goodness, but goodness brings wealth and every other blessing. A true friend is someone who tells you the truth, not what you want to hear. The highest realms of thought are impossible to reach without first attaining an understanding of compassion.